What is up, guys? DC here. That was totally a Peter McKinnon intro. Real quick before this video starts, I do want to apologize. My camera had an exceptionally difficult time with the exposure for some ridiculous reason. So as you can see, the bike is going to be a little bit skewed in the video, and some of the sunny areas are kind of washed out. I fixed it so that videos shot after this, there's one more video from this day, will be fixed. Don't forget to subscribe. Good. Oh, this is exciting. Yo, what is up, guys? DC here. Welcome to another video. We are over here at Ride Now Power Sports in Georgetown, Texas, and I really need to thank my mans Robert, Ethan, and Aaron for hooking it up. Please hit them up if you are in this area looking for a motorcycle. I just took out that beautiful 2019 Yamaha Nikon GT, and now we are on to the CBR1000RR SP. All right, guys, you already know. Let's jump into some specs. So on the 2019 CBR1000RR SP, you do have a higher starting MSRP here of $19,999. So it is a $20,000 super sport bike, and it does come in about $3,500 over its non-SP variant. But you do get this beautiful electronic Öhlins and these Brembo monoblocks on the SP. So if you are kind of a fanboy of these really amazing additional features, then this is the one to get. I mean, I adore Öhlins suspension. Engine, we've got a 998cc liquid cooled inline 4-cylinder. We have a chain driven 1 down 5 up transmission. In terms of suspension, 43mm Öhlins Nix Smart EC front fork with preload compression and rebound adjustments with 4.3 inches of travel. A rear suspension with a single shock and 5.2 inches of travel. Brembo monoblock front caliber on a 320mm disc. A single caliber 220mm disc in the rear. You have a 32.3-inch seat height, a 432-pound curb weight, which is incredibly impressive, a 4.3-gallon tank that averages 38 miles per gallon. So it is still a Honda. It's still super usable and ridiculously reliable. As always, this video is brought to you by Rollick. Rollick is a company connecting consumers like you and me to a network of certified dealers like Ride Now Power Sports to provide the most transparent buying experience for ATVs, side-by-sides, RVs, and of course, motorcycles. Like, look at this. It's the HRC SP. It's got the electronic Öhlins. I've been waiting years to ride this motorcycle. It's the only one, in my opinion, that has more going for it, potentially, than the BMW S1000RR. Now, that's maybe the older RR, the newer RR, of course, being kind of ludicrous, but let's just jump right into it. Let's go take this thing for a spinarooski, have some fun. We are going to be in Power 1, Traction 5, and we're going to mess around with everything, too. I'm going to let this thing heat up for a minute. Oh, it's so tiny. This has got to be the smallest 1000cc bike I've ever ridden, and I think I'm in love with that fact. These big, monstrous, oh my god. Oh my god. Dude. Oh my god, this is fantastic. Okay, so right off the bat, first thing I want to talk about here is how incredibly tiny this motorcycle feels. It is super, super narrow. It's also ridiculously small. Just everything about it is so much smaller than the other 1000cc bikes I've ridden in the past. I mean, the R1 feels a lot bigger than this. The BMW S1000R feels a lot bigger than this. The Ducatis feel a lot bigger than this. Oh, the transmission is like butter. The quick shifter is very smooth. Of course, higher up in the rev range, it becomes much smoother. Totally unnecessary to be in 5th gear right now. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. And I'm not even touching the rev limiter. I won't on this ride. This bike is literally brand new. That's the total trip miles here is 2. So I'm going to take it nice and easy, break it in for them here at Ride Now Georgetown. That's the horn. There's the Honda cork. The horn is up here and the turn signal's below it. this is just ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. This is insanity. This is insanity. What a beautiful, beautiful motorcycle from Honda. I mean, the CBR1000RR for generations has been kind of the go-to for smooth, comfortable power sport, super sport bikes, right? Like, the Suzuki was the smoothest, the Honda was the most comfortable, the Yamaha was the firmest, the Kawasaki was maybe the more powerful one for a long time. That's kind of where these Japanese super sport bikes laid their ground. And I can say without a shadow of a doubt that this is a very comfortable super sport bike, although the S1000RR is a little bit more ergonomic in terms of its setup being kind of less forward and less on your wrists. But I will say this, destroys the R1. The R1 is very firm, very stiff, and very uncomfortable. The electronic Öhlins that I have here, I'm in M1 mode. This is a electronic adaptable suspension, so it's changing on the fly, which is just freaking brilliant. And to be Öhlins and then to be electronically adjustable is just like, my God, right? Power delivery is so smooth. The throttle response is not jerky at all. And I cannot stress enough how small this feels. Like this, I feel like I'm riding a 600cc bike that just happens to have 1,000 cc's of power. That 1,000 has. I'm looking down to go shift, but I don't have to, baby. Wow, the brake feel is a little bit strange for me there. I went to go and engage the front brake, right? And it does not bite until you are pretty far through the lever here. Like, look at this, ready? So let's do some braking. I wasn't getting braking until, like, look at that. I can just kind of do this. So this first bit of the maybe that just needs to be adjusted, the lever there. That's probably an easy fix. The sound is intoxicating. This inline 4 from Honda is smooth as butter. And that's another thing to say here is this is a Honda. This motorcycle would outlast me. The reliability on these bikes is just second to none. I don't know what they're doing. I think it's a combination of the fact that they never push the tolerances, whereas, you know, you might see motorcycles being released with 200 plus horsepower, and that number is just so eye-catching to you. But at the end of the day, that 200 horsepower could be achieved on almost any super sport bike if the manufacturer was willing to dial up all of the different tolerances to 11 and decrease their reliability while they're doing it. Now, Honda never does that. You know, Honda's not a power-hungry manufacturer. They are looking more so towards providing a very well-rounded riding experience for their customers. I'm smitten over this one, guys. This is a grade A bike right here. The quick shifter does disengage for a little bit longer than I'd want. Power delivery is intoxicating. Sound is intoxicating. The visceral nature of this is intoxicating. If I get pulled over, I'll get a DUI, baby, because I'm drunk on Honda. It is so light and flickable. This is not 1,000. It's a 600 masquerading as 1,000 cc SP. The turn signal horn thing is literally the only thing that I don't like about this motorcycle. Like, that is super annoying that Honda does that. Okay, there's something in my eye. Oh, Honda has done one of the best jobs of any manufacturer at building a system here that is just so intuitive. So, you know, you've got all this beautiful information, your tach, your speedometer, your gear indicator. You don't have a fuel gauge, which is interesting, especially since you have a trip A consumption. So it shows you how much fuel you're using, and you know the capacity of the tank. So you can just reverse engineer it, but it just doesn't seem necessary. As you can see, I'm over here on the user modes. I can change from the user 1, user 2, and then 3 selectable modes that Honda has pre-programmed. I'm staying in user 1 mode, so power is the most, traction control is kind of in the middle, wheelie control is the least intrusive, engine braking is the most intrusive, and I'm on suspension auto 1 because I want to see what it feels like when the Olin Smart Smart suspension is doing its thing. Okay guys, so for this 2019 CBR1000RR SP with the 998cc inline 4, you are producing at the wheel about 189 horsepower and 84 foot-pounds of torque. Now I know that does fall below some of the competitors, but like I said, you know, Honda has never been a horsepower focused motorcycle brand. I mean, look at it too. I love the SP HRC paint scheme on these. It's just a beautiful bike on a beautiful day. We're gonna ride it back to the amazing people over at Ride Now Georgetown, and I'm very interested to see what engine braking 3 feels like. Wow, so engine braking at 3 is actually pretty significant engine braking. I like that. So let's change the user mode. We're gonna go to mode 1. You have to be off throttle. Mode 1, power 1, traction 2, wheelie 1, engine braking 3 again. Wow, it does like engine braking. Like even this is just not enough. It wants more, baby. It wants so much more. Power delivery again, just like butter. We are heading back to Ride Now Power Sports Georgetown in Georgetown, Texas, and I cannot thank them enough. Please hit them up, Aaron, Ethan, Robert. They have done an amazing thing here to let me out on these bikes. Yeah, I'm certainly grateful. I know that, you know, this is a brand new HRC SP. I'm putting a few miles on it, so that's kind of not what most dealerships want you to do, but they have been so gracious. If you are from this area and you're looking for one, hit them up. If you are not, check that first link in the description down below for GoRollick.com and see if you can't find one in your area. As always, if you are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button because I'm trying to build an army. I would like a very small militia, maybe 200 to 6.8 million subscribers, so that I can retire on an island with 800 motorcycles. Hit that like button, comment down below because I answer all comments, I read everything. I really love engaging with you guys, and as always, I will see you on the next one.